I have something to say.
What a way to kick off the first bout of Smackback with a talking segment. Like, we haven't seen so many of those on Raw and SmackDown, and the amount of times I've covered this on RDR. But let's just say there'd be no number for it. Ambrose, at least make your promo time good. Because I like you. You're a good guy. He's basically here just to say what the stipulation is going to be between him and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam. It could either be a coal miner's glove match. Why on earth you would ever want to do that considering anything that Michael Cole has touched? A boxing match? Well, we haven't seen anything... I don't think we've ever seen a boxing match at a WWE pay-per-view since WrestleMania 2 with Mr. T taking on the Hot Rod. That is, Roddy Piper. And they choose a lumberjack match. Seems legit. Rollins comes out and is basically upset that Ambrose is making him look bad, although at this stage that requires no effort from Ambrose. And Ambrose has come out to say that he has been given the authority to choose Ambrose's opponent for the main event. And he gets Randy Blandy Orton. Really? So let me get this straight. We're going to have a main event with a guy who's so boringly bland and predictable you can see his next move 10,000 miles away against a guy whose moves you could never see coming next? I smell sitcom!
Jobbing time.
I haven't even been gone for 6 months from the wrestling review scene and I end up in jobber territory? Open pour, be yourself once more, I suppose. And Big Show apparently now weighs 425. Good for him. A somewhat meh opener that lasted a coffee break with Henry and Show winning. As for the match itself, who cares? It's Ryback and Axel, the most irrelevant tag team stable faction in the WWE since X Factor in 2001. As for the match, let's just say it's a squash. Ziggles and Rollins talk trash to each other about who's more pathetic in their careers. At this stage, it's the writers. And we get Rollins versus Ziggler for later in the night. At least this'll be decent.
Jobbing time.
Sandow as Border Patrol Officer? Wow. Talk about scraping the bottom of the barrel. No, this is scraping the bottom of what's beneath the barrel. Guys, this is pathetic. Hunakara wins an okay match over Damien Who Am I This Week Sandow. Guys, why can't you just let Sandow be Sandow instead of Stevie Richards 2.0? Old school for the win.
I have something to say.
Oh goody! Brock wants to talk. That's okay. I have a thing called the skip button. I find it highly amusing that both Brock and the company think he's intimidating and edgy. And you're scared of Jim Cornette. I think I know who's scarier. Brock possibly winning the WWE Undisputed Championship at SummerSlam against Cena, exclusively at the Staples Center, again, is bad for business. Brock only does this for money. Now, I will acknowledge the fact that Brock is an amazingly gifted athlete for being able to have the sharp-paced quickness for a guy his size and weight, but that's all the good qualities I can give him. Now, I have my reservations about John Cena with the whole faux Superman gimmick and hasn't changed his persona since 2007, but I respect the fact and admire his professional commitment that he's at every show, every night, loves this business and will do anything for this business. A decent back and forth match that you'd expect from two equally talented superstars. Personally, I think it should be Ziggler that should be in the position that Rollins has, But WWE don't seem to like people who speak their minds and tell it as is. In which case, they wouldn't want me there. This match was main event quality. They had the audience in suspense, and Ziggler had the fans behind him. But that said, Ziggler has always had the fans behind him, even when he was a heel. He's just that damn good. A good win for Rollins. It was okay.
I have something to say.
A quick Orton interview from Renee Young about how Orton will demolish Ambrose. Well, it's quick, so at least it was merciful.
Bring out the divas!
What's this? 2 equally talented divas in a match? I wonder if the WWE have been listening. Nah, they're too busy planning Cena's next 3 title reigns, which means he will surpass Ric Flair's record. And somewhere in parts unknown, my former RDR colleague is like, I feel your pain, dude. I feel your pain. A disappointingly quick match with Paige winning via tap-out via PTO. I expected so much more from this. And you, Natalia. They don't use you properly.
It's a squash.
2 in one night with Rusev winning via tap-out? Really? Y2J talks about poisons and cures in such an intense manner. There's a reason why Y2J is one of the best mic guys in the business. He knows how to entertain the audience and gets better each time. A decent paced main event. Not something I would expect to see a recurring main event routine from these two, but after what I saw this week on SmackDown between these two, they complement each other well, and I wouldn't mind seeing this every 3 to 4 weeks or so. The match sadly ended in a DQ after interference from Rollins, so Dean Ambrose does win. Not bad. Now, there's going to be a new rating system in regards to how I do SmackBack. We're not doing the 1 to 10 shtick, you know. I know there's people that like to do that, but I've always prided myself on being one of those people that like to do things differently. So, the rating system, if you get rating A, it's the best. There's nothing that can top it. B is for good, but okay, just short of brilliant, kind of like what Triple H likes to refer to Daniel Bryan, but Daniel Bryan is not a B-plus player. Last time I checked, Daniel Bryan was not being narked on by Jim Cornette. C, it's average. It's not amazing. It's good. D is okay. It's watchable. It's entertaining. E is passable, but needs more potential. And F is just bleh. It's just awful. So, for Bout 1 of SmackBack, which is being a pilot series for a few weeks, Bout 1 gets a D. Until next time, my fellow Knights, this is MJ Knight, signing off from the first bout of SmackBack.